This video is about the Starblood Stalkers warband for Warhammer Underworlds Direchasm. Alright, so yesterday the new Seraphon warband was revealed for Warhammer Underworlds. And I've never wanted plastic Seraphon more. This is a very cool and kind of dynamic 6-member warband composed of 4 skinks, a Saurus Oldblood, and a skink priest. If you're looking for alternative AOS sculpts, the Saurus Oldblood and the skink priest are quite particularly nice. Let's take a moment to quickly consider that both the traditional Seraphon skinks and Saurus are among the oldest plastic kits still being sold. They were released around 2002. So anytime there's a resculpt of a classic design, I find it to be an exciting moment. But, this is also, just in general, these are the very first plastic Seraphon kits for Age of Sigmar. And that's exciting too. There's a really great chameleon skink. He was actually previewed previously. We knew he was coming. And I'm a big fan of the skink prominently holding up a spear. He looks quite nice. Now, in Warhammer Fantasy, he'd probably be like a skink chief or something like that, but, those things don't exist in Age of Sigmar. But a very interesting type of warband whenever they do these types of things, because they really take kind of one of everything and combine them, right? They did this with the Beastman warband too, with the Ungors. You have the Ungor with the spear, the Ungor with the bow, and same here. You have one with a spear, one with a javelin, one with a blowpipe. Very cool. And there's an older plastic Saurus Oldblood for Warhammer Fantasy, but this new sculpt looks very nice. If perhaps a little too traditional. I want to see some more dynamic poses for Oldbloods, but they always seem to be in the same pose. It's almost as if the designers have fallen into rut and can't quite style them differently. Like, they're always just kind of standing there with their arms outstretched, usually the exact same types of weaponry. But, it's okay. The skink priest, Kixitaka, the diviner, is great. And he too was also spoiled previously. So we know more about this warband than probably any of the others coming out this year. And the diviner appears to be holding like a little Star Wars a detonator, or perhaps it's like the holy hand grenade from Monty Python. He actually has a rule that allows him to either flip a feature token or do damage at range. So perhaps he is actually throwing that thing around. I want to just point out that in the past, the Seraphon names used to have amusing references. I think it'd be nice if that carried over into Age of Sigmar. I'm thinking, traditionally the fact that there was a Carnosaur named after Grimlock, who was a transformer who transformed into a T-Rex, and there's a skink character on Pterodon named a Tic-Tac-Toe. I would be interested to know if that tradition has carried on with a Tixitaka. There is a Tiki-Taka. It's just like a Spanish style of play in football, characterized by short passing and movement. I don't know if Tixitaka is referring to that. I don't know anything about that. I was just trying to find different things that might match. If you have an insight there, let me know. In the game itself, this warband seems to be very oriented towards objectives. They become inspired when you hold 3 or more. In my experience, that can be a little difficult to achieve, but they seem, that type of playstyle does seem kind of suited for the cold-blooded nature of Seraphon. In some way, I guess they just want to stay put and sun themselves on the rock, essentially. Naturally, the entire warband, the old blood would be kind of the melee workhorse of the group. I'll be interested to see if the chameleon skink actually has some interesting rules. One would hope so. I wonder if it'd be like something that prevents them from attacking it or something. That'd be interesting. The entire reveal here is the first in a series of Visions of Glory articles. Now hopefully we can see more cool models shortly. This warband is scheduled for release in February, and March should be especially interesting. It's then that we kind of see the highly anticipated vampirates, or so people hope. I mean, the icon does, suggest more of a kind of a death faction. I don't know, maybe it's the symbol for Harkuron or something like that. Because it could also be very much new Corsairs, but I really do think it probably is more of a vampire type thing. Certainly, the kind of rapier that he's holding appears to be from a rumor engine image in the past. So I'm looking forward to learning more about that release. That could be really, really exciting. I'm not sure if it has any association with further releases in Age of Sigmar, but just the very fact that I'm personally perfectly fine with kind of cool, bizarre, standalone units that really just add to the flavor of Age of Sigmar in general. So overall, very cool models. I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Underworld warbands this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please consider supporting the channel by commenting on the video, hitting that little like button, and subscribing for more Warhammer content.